and welcome to You Write, the podcast where creativity meets community.
I'm Ray Ray.
And I'm Yaddy Myat.
Each week on You Write, we challenge our listeners to write a story in just 30 minutes, using 3 of 5 randomly generated words.
It's a fun and fast-paced exercise to spark your imagination and get those creative juices flowing.
We'll read your submissions, offer feedback, and discuss the unique twists and turns of each story.
Whether you're an aspiring author or just love a good tale, You Write is your place to explore the endless possibilities of storytelling.
So grab a box of Tootsie Pops, get comfy, and let's dive into this week's stories.
And remember, the only limit is your imagination and how many licks it takes to get to the center.
That's
which, as
right.
we all know, is 3.
3.
Yeah.
According to Owl, it's 3.
Yeah.
Yep, that's
so
right.
let's see what you got.
Let's see what you got.
How's it going?
It's going well. I feel well rested.
Yeah, we're getting started a little late today, which is fine.
We are. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There were sleepy times occurring, and it was fantastic. And I was just not talking shit about my boss, my naysaying, lazy, perverted boss.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It feels good, too. It feels good, though, right?
It feels really good.
Yeah.
Because at work, if I try to say something to my coworkers, they're all paranoid and they're just like, yeah, she's interesting.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, no, I want to straight up talk shit right now.
It's that Key and Peele skit where it's like, I said, looking around.
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. She's not a bad person. She's just an annoying person.
Mm-hmm.
And she is a neurotic person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so
a few neuroses.
Oh yeah. She just like picks things apart and just like oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah, enough about that. How are you?
I'm good.
Great.
I'm good. I'm officially 6 full weeks into my new fitness journey.
Oh yeah. How's that going?
It's good.
Okay.
It is good. Yeah. I feel stronger.
Okay.
It's weird.
In what way do you feel the strength?
Mostly actually weirdly, like in my knees. Like I feel like my knees aren't so damn weak anymore.
Really?
Yeah, like sitting and standing is very simple, very easy.
So wouldn't that be like your quads?
Well, yeah.
If you're building those muscles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's part of it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just generally I feel stronger, feel
Well, that's awesome.
healthier, yeah. And my walks are still wonderful. I'm really
Yay.
loving my afternoon walks every day. Although now that it's getting hot and really sunny, I probably should be wearing sunscreen.
Yes, you should.
So
yes, you should.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a thing.
Yeah.
That needs to happen. Well, I'm glad that you're feeling fit.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Nice. I'm actually in the middle of Project Fit as Fuck.
Wow. Project FAF, huh?
Yeah. Project FAF.
FAF. So you feeling FAF?
Yeah. And it's mostly because as far as exercise, that's not new, like the very regular exercise that I do. But this is more about things like drinking more water, eating more protein, eliminating all of the processed food, things like that. It's more about consumption.
Yeah. Yeah, fitness is just as much made in the kitchen as it is in the gym.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's more in the kitchen, actually.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's something that I've actually focused on my diet quite a bit, even before all this.
Mhm.
Like, I cut out sodas years ago.
Yeah.
Like, the only drink I really have is coffee in the morning, water all day. All day I'm drinking water now.
Yeah.
And in the evening, I will have 1 beer.
Oh, nice.
And that is it. So
good job.
So I'm definitely a creature of habit.
Yeah.
So,
no, that's good.
But also, we got an air fryer. Kim got an air fryer. And so we're just having like much healthier food in general. And it cooks great.
I want to get an air fryer.
It's pretty rad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody that I know has one. And
I was really skeptical because like
Really?
you can't fry with just air. That's just baking.
Yeah.
And it technically is just like a countertop convection oven.
Yeah.
Technically,
Ugh.
to call it an air fryer, I think it's not right.
It's a good way to get people to buy it, though.
Yeah. It is pretty rad though.
And air fried, because also it does a crisp, which usually we don't associate with
a convection oven.
Yeah.
Oh, it kind of does. Yeah, it does.
Yeah. What?
A convection oven.
Oh.
Crisps.
Okay.
Crisps.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. Did you see all of our stories this week?
That I did.
Hey, me too. And who did we decide to read this week?
I think we decided to read Curious Writer.
Curious.
All right. This is The Call by Curious Writer. The smell of freshly cut lemon did not do much to distract from the dead grandmother in front of Cassandra, still holding the bloody knife in her grip. Worse, she had wanted to do it. She had seen the pictures, what this seemingly innocent grandmother had done to those people, those children. She hadn't even known the body could twist that way before she saw them. Really, what she did wasn't bad at all. No, she couldn't think like that. It was murder no matter how she looked at it. But it wasn't like the cops were doing anything about it, so someone had to stop her. Was this how Jessie felt when she became this way? How are you doing? The first time can always be tough. Not bad for baby's first kill, though. Great grip on that knife, Jessie spoke up, handing her the glass of lemon water she'd been preparing. Cassandra dropped the knife, taking the glass and downing it like she hadn't seen water in a century. Okay, pro tip, don't drop your bloody knife. Bloodborne illnesses and all, Jessie said. Cassandra simply glared at her, and Jessie raised her hands in surrender. What do we do now? Asked Cassandra, still trying to ignore the part of her that felt good about what they were doing. You don't worry your pretty little head about anything this time. Just watch and learn, and there will be a large tub of ice cream with your name on it back at our place, Jessie said, running her hand through Cassandra's hair. Almost against her will, Cassandra leaned into the touch. It had been a long time since she felt that kind of affection from anyone, even if it was from a psychopath. Still, Jessie hadn't shocked her in 3 days and started letting her sleep without her wrists and ankles being tied to the bed a week ago. Besides, Jessie never starved her or hit her, which is more than she can say for some people. God, what was wrong with her? Thought Cassandra as she watched Jessie methodically prepare the body for disposal.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. Yeah, Curious. This is, man, yeah, we're officially approaching this point. We've reached the crossroads, and
yes,
Jessie and Cassandra are now a bit of an item.
Are they?
Well, okay, item's not really the right word. They're a bit of a duo.
Yeah. A duo. Yeah. I mean, I was like, it might be going into item territory or maybe not, but they're definitely working together.
Yeah. It offers clues that it could go that way.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah, especially like her running her hand through her hair like that. It's a little intimate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say, since you brought that part up, that to me was the most striking line of this story, of this installment, was where it said, almost against her will, Cassandra leaned into the touch. Mm-hmm. That just like really brought it home to me as far as Cassandra's state of mind. I don't know. I just feel like that was an excellent detail that showed where Cassandra's at mentally and how she's like having this internal battle. She's like, this is wrong. This is bad. But the fact that she unconsciously leaned into the touch, it's like a great detail that shows the level at which Jessie has broken Cassandra down.
Yeah. And also to continue that same thought further, saying that Jessie had never hit her or starved her, which is more than she could say for some other people.
Yeah.
She kind of goes to show how broken she was even before Jessie got a hold of her.
Totally. And also it shows that she's justifying Jessie's behavior.
Yep.
She's like, because it's hard because it's like, oh, this is a person that I kind of, in a way, on some level care about. And it's really hard to justify the idea of somebody that you care about with somebody who would do something fucked up. So if you care about somebody on some level, you want to try to find something redeeming, some redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know?
exactly. And the redeeming quality is that she, despite having kidnapped her, she is redeeming her in Cassandra's mind through these qualities that other people starved her and beat her. And so just by not doing that, she's redeeming herself.
Yeah.
Jesse's able to redeem herself just by not being that kind of monster.
Right.
She's a different kind of monster.
Right.
And Cassandra is also battling that, especially at the start of the story. It's like, no, I can't think about it like that. It's still murder no matter how you look at it.
Yeah.
And so she's really conflicted in this
She's
entry.
so conflicted, and she's trying so hard to reconcile her growing affinity for Jesse, maybe, with what's going on. Yeah. So on the part about the grandma, I'm like, damn, what did grandma do to those kids?
Exactly.
Like twisted them up like pretzels or something, you know?
Yeah,
it's upsetting.
Yeah, it's upsetting
It's
for sure.
The first thing that came to mind was Madame Lalaurie. Okay, well, she's famous, and there was like a show, like a horror show about her, but she's this French lady in the 1800s in New Orleans who was like early 1800s or mid 1800s. Anyway, she was like getting all these slaves and like doing experiments on their bodies, like breaking their bones and making them look like spiders.
Ugh.
And things like that. Yeah, really, really fucked up shit.
God.
Oh, it's really fucked up. But that's where my brain went whenever it was saying like, I didn't know the body could do that.
Yeah.
You know, like, what was this grandma doing? What the fuck? Ooh.
Yeah, that actually, that I wonder, I'm curious, just as you describe it, that would fit perfectly. If that was kind of what was going through your mind, curious. What was her name? Madame
Lalaurie.
Madame Lalaurie. Ugh.
Yep.
Ugh, that's fucked up.
I know.
But, and I actually wanted to call out Steve's comment here. I'm curious how Jesse knew about this woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she's just gone scot-free this whole time, and like, how is Jesse getting her information?
Yeah.
Like that was an excellent
a good question,
Steve. And so it makes me wonder, like, what is it that Jesse does normally? Like, is she maybe a
working
cop
for the police? Exactly,
or-
like Dexter.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting her information from inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. But since we're so tied up in Cassandra's perspective, that's not anything that she's necessarily worried about, but it could be something that Jesse would eventually spill to Cassandra, is how she's getting this information, especially if they become more, if she becomes more trusting of Cassandra, which she slowly is. Like, she's not tying her up anymore.
Right.
She only shocked her 3 times. So, man, this is a delightfully complicated relationship and very fascinating to read.
On top of Jesse trusting Cassandra more by not tying her up is the fact that Cassandra has not tried to escape. You know, so that also shows how Cassandra's like brain is changing.
Yeah, this is definitely giving me the vibes of Reek and Ramsay from Game of Thrones. Theon.
Oh man. Oh.
Yeah. Obviously, that one was much worse.
That was so upsetting. That was one of the most upsetting parts of Game of Thrones.
It really was. And so this is the, like, I don't want to say tame version. This is the more trusting version of that kind of relationship.
Yeah.
But it seems like because Cassandra was so traumatized before this, she was already primed to accept this type of relationship. Yeah. So this is very interesting. This is a very interesting read.
Quite interesting.
Yeah. Just a quick proofread of that first paragraph. There's just a couple missing words there. But they're easy enough to fill in. But nonetheless, interesting.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. Curious. Thank you for the call.
Curious.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Why is it called The Call?
Maybe Cassandra is feeling the call to murder. Her calling.
That's got to be it. Yeah.
Her true calling.
or she's getting the call, whether or not she answers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite. Yes. Well, thank you, Curious.
Thank you, Curious.
And up next, we have Armor Wash by Nick Tew.
Hey, Nat.
Hey, Nick.
Okay, so we are continuing on with Margaret.
Yeah, I'm glad too.
Yeah,
I'm glad we got some
fun.
more info about Margaret.
Exactly. Margaret, who had done the carnival, worked the carnival or whatever you would call that.
Yeah, as like part of the protectorate or like whatever, security force.
She worked security kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so now she's cleaning armor, and it sounds like it's very disgusting.
Yeah. Especially we get that. It smelled like a locker room, like a boys' locker room.
Yeah. Ew. I mean, honestly, it sounds worse.
Yeah. When you start mixing in the smell of these chemicals that she's using to clean that we get a little bit later,
and the blood and the shit.
Blood, shit, sweat.
Surely there's urine in there somewhere too.
Yeah, it's just it's upsetting.
Yeah, it's very upsetting. Okay, so we get this character, Kali.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Kali sounds really annoying.
Yes, she does. Especially for somebody like Margaret.
Yes.
Who is so cynical. And
exactly.
just, like, not having it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was like thinking about this while I was reading because I was like, thinking, okay, for me, I can definitely be like I can be annoyingly upbeat at times. Less so as I become worn down by
more
life.
Jaded, yeah.
Yes. But for me, Kali would be annoying. But as I was reading this, I was thinking about Kim for some reason. And I'm like, Kim would like leave. I just feel like Kim would just
don't engage.
Yeah, Kim would just maybe get up and walk off. Just not even because like I think that her level of ability to deal with that type of behavior is notably lower than my own.
yeah, kind of.
Yeah. But
it comes in degrees, I'll say. But,
right.
Yeah, and again, this is something that I think Nick Tew has done several times. These just two contrasting personalities just together. And just the way that they interact with one another. I really liked this one with Kali. I do think there is a point here. Yeah, near the end. She tallied up her uses of apply alchemy. She had enough to use one on all but the last. You can think while you work, dear, Kali said. Thinking about how you do it won't get it done any faster. I thought that was a nice line from Kali, but it also is a little counter to what we know about her being an endless supply of cheer. That actually seems like a slave driver quality. Like, get back to work, kind of.
It almost makes me feel like that made me, along with the whole picture of Kali, gave me the idea that she was this type of person who is kind of got like ulterior motives in a way. Unconsciously, she's not being nice and cheerful. She's just trying to engage you. She's just like, hey, oh, you're doing great. You're doing really, oh, really? You're going to do it like that? Like, she's just the type of person who just comments on everything and like wants to get in your head, kind of, you know? I know this type of person.
Yeah.
And it's not that they're doing it. I don't think they're doing it intentionally. I think they're just this like very attention seeking.
Or it's just their personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just need to be like in your ass.
Yeah. Or just like they just need to be a part of everything. They have this, maybe it's like a FOMO, like they just have to be there and have to be part of whatever's going on in the room. Yeah.
It's like, actually, Kali, you don't have to comment on every single thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And so we spend a lot of time just in the mundanity of this moment where she just has to clean this armor and everything and all the descriptions. And as we mentioned, just it's gross, it's disgusting, it's wearing down on Margaret. We do learn in this that Margaret is human, which this is one of the very few humans that we have seen in this world, at least that I can recall.
That was a new piece of info.
It was. And I really wanted to commend you on the way that you dropped that in there via this dialogue.
He showed, not told.
Shown.
He's shown, not tone.
But yeah, and there's just little clues that we get dropped in here. She hadn't minded cleaning back home, but the work was testing the limits of her patience for the activity. She had little trust for the safety regulations of this world. For all she knew, the chemicals she used might as well have been asbestos. And so that's... Not only is she human,
she's from Earth.
She's from Earth, from a time where asbestos existed and known to be horrible.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, if she's talking about asbestos, she must be from
like current times.
Yeah,
would make sense.
Yeah, or an alternate place where there's humans where asbestos was discovered to be bad a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. It really clued me into, it's like, okay, so this is a character that we're meant to relate to very closely. And so we can use her perspective moving forward as kind of a stand-in for our own earthly perspectives.
Yeah. And speaking of that human reveal about the long arms, I found it interesting how Kali was like, I get jealous sometimes whenever I leave something in the top of my cupboards. I'm like, what? How did you get there? How did you put shit in the top of your cupboards?
They just have step ladders everywhere.
Yeah, but if they did, then it wouldn't be a problem to go back up there and get it.
Yeah, but you have to drag out the ladder. It's this whole ordeal, you know. If you could just like reach up and grab it.
Why would you fucking drag out a ladder to stow something in a place where you can't reach?
Because maybe that's the only place you have left to stow something.
Maybe.
All the lower spots, all the more easily accessible places are already taken.
That's true. I do put weird shit in the cabinets that I can't reach. Touche.
Or maybe because, isn't she a halfling?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
She's
maybe
an ode halfling.
Maybe it's like those like libraries have those ladders on wheels that they're just attached. Maybe they just have that in the kitchen.
That'd be fun.
That'd be dangerous.
I want to get one.
Or maybe they need the ladder to even get all the way up to like the cooktop. Yeah. Like the stove. They have to climb a ladder.
Oh, maybe so, yeah. Yeah. But why wouldn't they have stoves that were halfling sized? You know?
Like Hobbit size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so one thing is where it was like she found something gross in one of the armors. Even with gloves, it felt off. A green-purple goo that smelled like rotten eggs and hand soap. Was that the chemicals or?
I think that's the chemicals. Yeah, much like the chemicals she used to clean, even with gloves.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, as I was reading that, I noted this to Matt earlier. I found that my cat was eating something, some animal, I'm sure, and went over, and the only thing that was left was a bloody nub that was covered in her saliva. My cat's saliva.
That's disgusting, dude.
I know. And I don't know what kind of a nub it was. I could just tell that it was fleshy.
Ugh.
And then I was reading this and I was just like, also trying to like eat something. And
so
I was like,
yeah. Smell mixed with the grassy smell inside the armor and made her nearly gag. Yeah, that was very well described. Mixing all of those, just the hand soap, rotten eggs, and grassy smell. Yeah, that's gross, dude.
That's grody.
That's nasty.
That's nasty. I don't like it.
Yeah, all the descriptions in here really do a lot to serve the perspective that we are really gearing into with Margaret.
Yeah.
Her cynicism plus the apparent cheerfulness of Kali, which I really like in your comment that moving forward, her full name may be Cholera.
Yes.
That's interesting.
That is interesting.
That's a very interesting choice.
That is. And I also liked Steve's comment on this story. Like, I really liked the story, just like how it came out, but I really liked his suggestion of having like villagers walking by outside.
Yeah.
Or something. I thought that would be a cool and interesting like addition. Although, like I said, I really like what you came up with, Nicked, but I thought that was a good idea.
Yeah, and because I think Nick mentioned like the surroundings aren't necessarily well like fleshed out, so to speak, and so that would be some simple things that you could drop in as just like something about them either, being intense or fires off, burning off nearby, that they're in a larger camp, like cluing us into something outside of this moment.
Yes, like the smell of smoke from the blacksmith or something.
Yeah. However, but just kind of cluing us into the setting around them here outside of this room.
Totally.
If they can see outside of this room. If not, then maybe kind of clue us into maybe it's like claustrophobic, like that she's just been trapped in this space, hasn't been able to like see since she's been in here to clean.
But you could also have sounds and smells, even if you can't see outside of it. You know?
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Nick, to you. Oh, and
Thanks,
the last
Nick.
line, I used to be quite the Spitfire. I'd like to think I still am, but even in my old age, the militia keeps me busy. It's a good place to work. You'll see. There's a camaraderie here, which very much does not describe Margaret.
Right.
Camaraderie.
She's like, no, that's not good.
Camaraderie. No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
And so I'd be curious to see how that does or does not work on Margaret.
Right.
This camaraderie.
Yeah.
Maybe she grows into that idea, or maybe she just fights it the whole way. Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you, Nick Jew.
Thank you, Nick.
And up next we have I Swear to Gods, Scene 3.
Yeah.
Cosmic Unemployment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Walker, I have to say that this is maybe my favorite thing you've written in a while.
Yes, it's a good one, man.
I really enjoyed this. I laughed. I didn't cry, but I did laugh. I actually laughed out loud at the Chris Hemsworth part. That was just funny. That just literally made me giggle. But I also, I got chills. I was like, I experienced another thing. What was it? I'll tell you when we get to that part. But I really, really liked this a lot.
Yeah. And it's just, this is a very clever thing. This is a very creative thing, which, I mean, all of the stories in this have been quite creative. And this continues to hold true to that. And one thing I really wanted to commend you on is, so far, every time he's tried to call up the gods, intentionally or otherwise, it's worked, which it's only been twice. And so for this time, it didn't just work.
Yeah.
It's just like, it just failed.
Yeah.
But then he wakes up in the morning, he's like, oh, and then there's, what's her name?
I forgot, but yeah. That lady with the arms.
I keep wanting to say Vishnu, but that's not right.
Saraswati.
Yeah. But yeah, I liked that just from a storytelling perspective.
Yeah.
Because it keeps it fresh. You know, where you don't you do it 3 times and that's a pattern. And so you kind of avoided a pattern of it, just like him doing a thing
working.
And then poop, there they pop in.
Yeah.
And so it keeps us on our toes a little bit.
Yeah, that was good. Good. I like it on the end of the second paragraph where it's like cinnamon scented from Target. Yeah, I know, but that one black preacher said the boycott ended. Don't judge me. That reminded me of the fact that I eat Chick-fil-A. Yes, I do. And anytime somebody's like, oh, I don't eat there, I boycotted Chick-fil-A, I'm like, okay, well, guess what? I eat there with my gay roommates. So they told me it was okay. So.
I have a sign off from gay people.
Exactly. Like, I'm going to keep doing it because they fucking do it. I'm going to do it.
They do have some really good chicken.
They do.
Actually, I have avoided Chick-fil-A for quite a while. Here recently, I can't say that I always have, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I really like that. Don't judge me.
Yeah.
I agree. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
I really like the use of the lemon in this. I developed this weird ritual. My grandmother, God rest her soul, used to say that lemon juice cleared the palate and the mind. She meant it literally, like before eating fancy cheese or whatever. But I'd started cutting a lemon wedge and sucking on it before praying. A mental palate cleanser, if you will.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
That I really like that. Yeah. And I like the way it recurs later with because I can't remember how to say it. Saraswati, whenever she's like, oh, and The room thing, it's weird. You just use a room. The lemon thing though, keep that up. That's cool. Yeah.
That's funny because it is like, as the point of view character says later, like telling him like, don't try so hard, but keep trying.
That's cool.
It's like, oh, okay. How do I know which things you like and which things you don't like? All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Saraswati is a good character as well.
Yeah.
The goddess of knowledge, but not tact.
Right. Because she's like, well, did you get a degree that is useful? Like the fact that this ancient like Hindu goddess is all like informed about what degrees are useful in the current job market is kind of funny.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like this. Wherever this is, Mansfield. Ugh. Excuse me, nothing. So nothing. You prayed about employment. She pulled out the book with her second hand, flipped through it. Yes, jobless mortal, standard stuff. Have you considered applying for a job? Yes, I've applied to many. What about a degree? Got one of those? I have a degree. A useful one? Ouch. Yeah. She shrugged all four shoulders. I'm the goddess of knowledge, not tact. Yeah, this whole interaction is perfect, I think, especially the way you use the goddess of knowledge like this.
Yeah.
Works very well.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Okay, so probably my favorite part of this is the interaction with the homeless guy. So the part that literally did give me chills was where he said, where is it where he says, I felt more seen than I'd ever felt in my life.
What's your name, man? I asked him. I feel like I really needed this today. Ha, I get that sometimes. My friends call me Isho. He paused, looking at his food. Then he looked back at me. And I've never felt more seen in my life. It was uncanny.
Yes. That's the part that gave me chills. And I loved that. I loved that so much. Which obviously we know that this is Jesus, you know, but even if it wasn't,
it's a little lampshaded. Like it's not entirely obvious, especially because he asks him his name and he says Isho. So it's
for me, it was obvious. Having grown up in a theological, very much a theological atmosphere, for me, it was very obvious.
Yeah, all the teachings certainly like point towards that.
But the idea of, hey, give value just because somebody is homeless does not make them any less valuable as a human. And they could, in fact, be the most valuable and sincere human that you've ever met.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that part. I saw that there was a jab at you.
Oh, yeah.
But
what the hell, man?
Too. But he put his name first just to soften the blow.
Okay,
He's
fine.
Like a boring name like Michael or Matt.
Yeah, my comment is just, hey.
Yeah.
What'd I do?
Yeah. I love that, how they just went and got like a gas station hot dog. And I love the fact that the guy is like, are you hungry? The homeless guy. And
that I had a note right there. It's like, he took it, studied me for a second. You hungry? As soon as I read that, I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yes.
What?
And that really reminded me, I have to like share a very quick excerpt, which is that I was in Baltimore several years ago for a conference. And I was couch surfing. So I was staying at a couple's house, which was like downtown Baltimore kind of. Anyway, and in order to get to their house, I had to take the rail, whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called. But anyway, and of course you can have like a membership with like a card or whatever. But of course I didn't have that because I'm not from Baltimore. And so it was late at night. It was dark. I went there. It's pretty shady over there, pretty sketchy. But I was like, shit, I need like $1.50 in quarters to get on this thing right now. And I don't have that. And right then, as I was reading what I needed, what kind of change I needed or whatever, this homeless guy comes up to me and he's like, hey, do you have any cash you can spare or whatever? And I was like, I'm sorry, I don't. But do you have $1.50 in quarters? And he was like, yeah, I got you. Yeah. And he reaches in his pocket and gives me $1.50 in quarters. And I was like, thank you so much. Because I literally didn't have cash to give him, but he literally did have $1.50 in quarters to give me. And we just had this interaction. It was like the most natural thing in the world. And it's like people want to be useful. People want to be useful. People want to serve people. And so to assume that somebody like that has no use to you whatsoever is wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying you should ask homeless people for money.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just saying they could be able to serve you in some way. And I could tell that interaction made that guy feel good.
Yeah.
Giving me that $1.50 in quarters made him feel good because he was like, yeah, I help people too, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. That really made me think of that.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that plays into this exactly.
Yeah.
And the comment here, this was backwards. I just gave him money, but something in his eyes made me follow him across the street to the gas station. So it's just, this whole interaction just goes exactly counter to what we would expect. To where, and also it's like, he's not in a place to really give this guy $10, but he does anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it was like his last $12 or something.
Yeah. And so whenever he does that, he gets this interaction. And he gets this understanding, this basically this lesson, and goes back and is just enlightened for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love this interaction so much.
Yeah.
And the thing also that Isho says about do something that you're good at that helps people reminds me of an article that I read recently that was like, are you looking for a passion? Well, just think about something. What do you do that like helps people? You know, maybe you could turn that into, you know, what are you naturally drawn to? Is it mowing somebody's grass for them like it is for this guy? You know, like maybe you could turn that into a job or something like that.
Or even just do that.
Right. Do that. And it could like grow from there, you know, because like that's what you like to do. That's what makes you happy to do, you know?
Yeah.
So just do that.
Yeah.
I wanted to say, but now that you told me that it's really not that obvious.
Well, I mean, it is, but it's also, it feels like it's misleading a little bit. I mean, obviously by the end, whenever I see you finally met my son, it's like, okay, well yeah, you know, it's obvious by that point.
Yeah. So, and that just reminds me of everybody's coming from their own knowledge and perspective. And again, for me, it was very, very obvious. So a note that I did want to make, which might not be valid, is that it's a bit too on the nose. Especially whenever he says verily.
Yeah.
At that point, I'm just like, okay, we get it. It's Jesus.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to put a 2,000 years ago word in there.
Yeah.
You know?
And at this point, I suspected.
Right.
Yeah.
I just really want to say that I think that detracts a little bit from this guy talking like a normal homeless guy.
Yeah. That's really the only word though that is thrown in. Yeah. That verily felt.
It is. But I'm just like, okay, like we get it. And also it's almost like saying like Jesus is like, oops, some of my 2,000 years ago language slipped in there. My bad.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
yeah.
I just, yeah, that was a bit much. The word verily.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I thought it was perfection.
Yeah. I really liked this. You'll figure it out. You're closer than you think. How do you know? He smiled. Because you stopped. You came and saw. You followed me and we spoke. Most people don't stop. You did. And then he just walks away. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice. And that's the whole lesson, really. And it's exactly what you had mentioned. Like, all people are still people.
Right.
Yeah. None are more or less valuable than anybody else.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Excellent, Walker. Very well done.
Good.
Well, thank you, Walker.
Thank you, Walker. I loved that.
I'm loving these entries for this. I swear to Gods.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that was my favorite by far. Loved it. And maybe it's because it involved one of my favorite characters, Jesus. Isho. Okay, next up we've got The Best Part by Matt. Ayo. Daylight come and me one go. Okay, so this is a very, very cute entry.
Thank you.
Yes, it's very cute. I guess this is kind of from your memory somewhat.
Yeah,
Not
it
exactly.
either did or did not happen exactly like this. I'm
It's
not
like a
sure.
composite of memories with your grandma.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so Stiff Peaks. Yes. So we got Mama and we got Baby Matt and they're making meringue.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I love your description of how meringue is magical because it really is.
Makes no sense.
It makes no sense. And it's like,
what
how
the
did-
fuck?
yeah,
How?
just from egg whites and sugar?
Yeah.
How's that possible?
Egg whites, sugar, and a ton of whisking.
Yes.
Like a ton of whisking.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, kudos to your grandma for doing it by hand because
Yeah.
I ain't trying to do that.
Right. Yeah.
I'm using a hand mixer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is awesome. And just like your description of how the meringue gradually begins to form, you know, and begins to form into stiff peaks. And the fact about go back and forth, don't try to make circles. And then it's like you're doing that, but the whisk is making round motions and it's like, whoa, it's magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like your point of view of a child being like, yes, this is like a magic trick.
Yeah. Yeah, because especially as a child, it really was.
Yeah.
Like, you just get these little tiny hints, these little clues just dropped in, and then suddenly it just works.
Yes.
Like it just all clicks into place. And yeah, it does. The whole thing feels like alchemy. That's one word I didn't drop in here.
Right.
Was this whole act is like alchemical sorcery.
Yeah,
I did
totally,
get sorcery
totally.
in there, but
Yes. And I like the way that you clue in the reader about your age. First of all, by the way that your grandma is talking to you, but I really got it whenever she was like, she took the whisk from me and pulled it up from the bowl. I don't know. I just saw something about the word up just made me think that she was like higher up than you or something.
Yeah, there are a few clues because that was one thing that I was trying here is to not just outright tell you and just going for the show don't tell.
Yeah.
Like really, really trying to lean into that as much as I could.
Right.
And I tried to set it up early with she nodded once and handed the mixing bowl down to me.
Yes,
And
yes,
so,
yes, yes.
yeah,
yes,
this
yes.
up and down,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
trying
yeah.
to get this perspective. Like there are a few times, she pulled the whisk up, passed the bowl down, and she reached for something on the counter out of sight. That's something I couldn't see, which means I'm below counter height.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, yeah.
Right. And also just from this description of your grandma, she strikes me as a very like no nonsense type of lady. Is she? I think it was with the single nod and with the way that she was talking to you. It's like she was definitely talking to you like a child, but she wasn't being too like
Coddling.
yes, she wasn't being like coddling. Okay, good, you can do it. Come on. She's just like kind of saying what's needed, but still in a very like grandmotherly way, but not in an like you said, in a coddling way.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that certainly describes my grandmother. She's a very sweet woman.
Yeah.
But she doesn't mince words.
Right. A
Yeah.
sweet wasp. What do we say?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
All right, and so then we get to the best part. Ooh, this also made me hungry. Like the description of the food. Ooh, I was like, yummy. Get me some of that.
Right? Yeah.
The rind, but also your addition of the fingernails with the red painted fingernail further characterized your grandma as a kind of a feminine lady.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. There wasn't a day I never, ever saw my grandmother ever without painted fingernails.
Wow.
Like that would come hell or high water, she will have painted fingernails.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I like how you just like add these little clues here and there that characterize her, you know?
Yeah, there are so many things about my grandmother that just are quintessential to her. One is those painted fingernails all the time. She always wears her jewelry, her wedding ring. If cooking, whatever, she's always wearing that ring. And whenever she's working or doing something, she's just humming, not a tune, just making like a humming sound.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to characterize her as much as I could with those things that are quintessentially her.
Yes. So. Yeah, it's funny because you said that and I was like looking right at that line. She hummed while she worked, a tuneless quaver and a sure sign she was concentrating. Yeah, I really like that as well, because that also kind of characterizes her almost as a not just a wasp, but a somewhat whimsical person as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay. And I love the line, probably my favorite line in the whole story is where it's like the whole world must have smelled of lemons. The zesty, unmistakable scent shook me. The whole world must have smelled of lemons. I love that.
I liked writing that. Yeah.
I liked reading that.
I took a little bit of time on that one to kind of think about how to explain what that was like.
Mm-hmm.
And especially because, again, trying to keep it like a childish perspective, keep the language very simple.
Mm-hmm.
But the zesty, I was like, I don't know, but that's really what it was.
I think zesty's perfect.
I think it's perfect, but from a child, I was like, but I did it anyways. So because this is almost kind of, again, it's a memory, like looking back on it.
Yeah.
And so I have the words to describe this, so why not use them? Was my justification for it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Because you're not like saying that you as a child said that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, so overall, this is a very cozy story, but also a very clean story.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
It's cozy yet clean. It's not messy cozy. I don't know if that makes sense. But how did you feel writing it?
It felt very natural. This one felt very natural to write.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because I'm writing a character that I have no trouble imagining.
Mm-hmm.
Two characters, myself and my grandmother. So I'm not having to make any decisions about them. I just have to put them down.
Yeah.
And so I'm not inventing somebody on the page.
Mm-hmm.
And so all I have to do is just pick up in a conversation with them. And all of that just flowed very naturally.
Yeah.
And I actually probably wrote all of this in maybe 15 minutes.
Wow.
And I spent the last part of my time to just clean it up and polish up a few things. Namely, like that one description, she asked before I even took the little bowl, the zesty, unmistakable scent. Like I went back and took some time to kind of imagine how to best say that.
Yeah.
But other than that, this was very easy to write.
Yeah.
And it felt good to write. Yeah.
It's very easy to read. And it's just, again, it just leaves you with like a cozy feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's beautiful. I love it.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, up next is Afternoon Delight.
It's me.
By Richu.
That's me. That's me, guys.
This is weird. This is really weird.
I know.
At first, I thought we were doing like a, what is it? It's a Sylvia Plath thing.
Mm-hmm.
The oven. She climbs in the oven.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, this is going to get really fucking dark. But no, it's not at all that.
Yeah.
It's, yeah. So this grandmother. Okay. So first of all, I had another story in mind with my grandma, not mama, but grandma, because every time I went over there, it smelled like lemon pledge.
Yeah.
Every time. And so it's like that smell of lemon, that was the first thing that cropped up. And I was like, I'm not writing about cleaning with grandma.
So, I'm not going to do
it. Despite that was the first thing that popped in my head.
Yeah.
But yeah, whenever I get relishing the fresh lemon scent of the cleaning products she used, I was like, oh my God, it's grandma.
It's grandma.
But yeah, it took a very, very harsh left turn from what I thought it was going to do.
Yeah.
I say harsh, a very immediate left turn.
It swiveled.
It pivoted.
Yeah, it pivoted.
It pivoted. Yeah.
Pivoted. It swirled.
So she climbs in the oven.
Yeah.
And there's 5 yellow doors.
Yes.
Inside the oven.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Just yes.
Yes.
Looks like a hobbit door, grandmother mused.
Mm-hmm.
She saw her hand reach out in front of her and touch the copper doorknob, somehow cold and steely in the still growing heat of the oven.
Mm-hmm.
She watched as her bony hand turned the knob. She was in.
Yeah.
Grandmother rolled out the other side of the door onto a lush carpet of grass, inhaling the delightfully otherworldly air of this place and laughing as she came to rest beside a reddish-orange fox.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Narnia is in her oven, to use kind of Steve's ism there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked that, what Steve said, because I was like, yeah, this is kind of like Narnia. It's also, to me, still C.S. Lewis and still in the Chronicles of Narnia, but a little bit more reminiscent of The Magician's Nephew
Okay.
with the world between, or the wood between worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's 5 doors.
I don't know the significance of that.
Oh, I'm just saying that in the wood between worlds, there's any number of worlds that you could go into.
Oh, so the wood between worlds, hers is the oven between worlds.
Kind of, yeah. And because in Chronicles of Narnia, well, in Narnia, it's just the wardrobe leads just to Narnia.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of like something in there. It's
This is wildly creative.
Thank you.
Just the picture of her crawling in her oven.
Yeah.
All the oven racks are gone.
Right.
Like that problem was solved.
Yeah.
A long time ago. And yet there are somehow, like, she has to make herself tiny to fit in there.
Yes.
And then she can see 5 doors somehow, hobbit-sized doors that she can just roll into. Or like,
yeah. Well,
is
the doors are smaller than hobbit-sized doors. They're more like fairy doors.
right. Well, yes, yeah.
But it's just the shape of that one that reminded her of a hobbit door. Yeah.
Okay.
And so she has to almost like reach this level, this like state of what's the word I'm trying to think
nirvana.
of? Yeah, but I was trying to think of another word for it. But yeah, it's like a state of meditation, you know, and calm.
Like mindfulness.
Yeah. You can't, well, not even mindfulness, because you have to kind of detach yourself from your body.
And
kind of drift
nirvana,
away.
Then,
Yeah. And so, yeah, you have to be in that state. You know, you can't get in there and like panic and be like, oh no, I'm claustrophobic. And also
I'm going to burn alive.
I'm broiling myself.
Yeah.
You can't think about that. You have to just drift off, and then you can enter, you know, into this realm.
Into this otherworldly air of this place.
Yes.
Yeah. So then we get to the other side of this door, and it's just magical. It's just like a fairy world. The fox peered at her with intense honey-colored eyes, its pupils slanted like a cat's. At the end of its snout was a leathery, dewy nose with nostrils contracting, trying to assess whatever lay before it on the grass, which is grandmother. So that's adorable.
Yeah.
This is cute fox. Yeah. This is cute. This is so cute. Staring into its eyes, grandmother was certain that they were engaging in a nonverbal but very real conversation. I would challenge you, actually.
Okay.
Write that conversation. It's nonverbal.
Right.
But we're still kind of very closely in grandmother.
Yeah.
Like put like italicize it or something. I think that would work great.
Yeah, but it's not a conversation with words.
Okay.
They're exchanging they're like exchanging understanding.
Yeah.
It's not there's not words. It's not like they're having a mind, you know, conversation where it's like, hey, what are you doing here?
The only reason I say that is because between that and then after a few minutes, I would like a description of what those few minutes were like for
Okay,
Grandma.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it could be like they exchanged certain feelings or emotions or things like that.
However you want to explain it. It just I felt left out there.
Yeah.
I wanted to know
That's a good point.
what that exchange was like.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And also somehow that exchange that they had kind of reminds me of the one between Jesus and the jobless guy in Mike's story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like they're exchanging energy, like they're looking into each other's eyes and like exchanging this energy kind of, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we just spend a little bit more time they go off towards a copse of trees nearby. It gives grandmother a little inquisitive look. This is all very easy to see, by the way. The descriptions really do work here. She was as sure as if the fox had spoken to her with English words that it wanted her to come to. So that, again, whenever I got to that point, I also thought, it's like, yeah, just like that would also lend to like, just write that. Like, because she's like, it might as well have been in English. And so that's why I was like, put it in English, but then tell me it's not English. Like it was exchanged, like this is what they said, but they didn't say that, if that makes sense.
That does, but I don't want there to be words.
Okay.
You know, I wanted that to be just feelings.
Yeah.
Like if somebody looks at me with like their eyebrows raised, like I know that they want me, and like gestures towards someone, I know that they want me to come with them, but they definitely did not say that in any way.
Right.
You know?
It's like there are times whenever like in a story, it's like they gave me a look that said, come here. Yeah. It's like, it's not said, it's non-verbally said, but like you still have to use words to,
and that's what I said. I said the look said that it wanted it to come with her to come with it.
I was just thinking like, I was just thinking like you could write it out like it was a conversation and make sure it's very clear. This is not a conversation that's happening.
Yeah,
this is kind of how I interpreted
like a conversation, you know?
Yeah. But that once she was steadily on her feet, the fox continued its delicate march towards the thicket, and grandmother followed. So we're just really setting up this like Narnia, C.S. Lewis place, and how grandmother got there, and who this fox is I feel like going to be very important. So seems like a Mr. Tumnus kind of vibe here.
Mr. Tumnus.
Yeah.
Mr. Tumnus was such a conflicted character.
No.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Well.
I'm enjoying this.
Thank you.
The descriptions are wonderful. This place's grandmother is weird.
Yeah.
I can't get a read on grandmother.
Grandmother's a weirdo.
Oh, thank you, Rachie.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And our final story for this week is The Cleaning Crew by Jake.
Okay, now speaking of weird.
Super fucking weird.
What the fuck,
man?
Well, I wanted to immediately just be like, what the fuck, Jake? But then I was like, well, my story was kind of weird too. But this is weird.
This is weird as hell.
This is very weird.
And oh my god, this is creepy.
Yeah. Damn. So, okay, we start out with this idiot.
Trevor.
Fucking Trevor. Wow, what a Chad. Showing up at the gym at a fucking ungodly time of the morning to do a personal record.
And bench press.
And bench 450 pounds. What a moron.
Idiot. Trevor. Trevor's an idiot.
God, Trevor.
Yeah, I saw 450 pounds. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
God. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's a shit ton.
Yeah, that's a shit ton. But then, to go there by himself, no spotter, no nothing. Let's just do a personal record, see what happens.
Yeah.
And of course he gets pinned underneath there. Nobody around to save him. But luckily he's not pinned in such a way that he's going to die under this weight. He just has to wait for somebody to come and save him.
Yeah.
Except it all goes really, really, really fucking sideways at 3:36 a.m.
Well, arguably it had already gone very fucking sideways.
Yeah, but now it's gonna go like
much more sideways,
like multi-dimensionally sideways.
Yeah. So I mean, but I want to point out how gross it was that his biceps tore from their ligaments.
Yeah.
I've heard of that kind of thing happening, but it's disgusting.
Yeah.
And I was just like, ouch.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There's plenty of body horror to be found in this.
So much.
And part of me I put a little note here. It says, actually, like the muscles that are being worked in a bench press are your triceps and your chest and your upper shoulder.
Oh.
So technically the biceps aren't, I would say, have the shoulders ripped maybe.
Yeah. Jake. Need to do some anatomy studying, apparently.
But, yeah, I just read that. I was like, actually.
Yeah.
After I cringed and was like, "Ugh, gross. I was like, but wait, could that happen?
Yeah, maybe with curls.
Ugh. 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 That would be so bad. Like, I can so easily see that. Ew, gross. Gross.
Ew.
But yeah, the clock on the wall, one of his only sources of light now that the motion sensor lights had gone off, read 3:36 a.m.
Mhm.
Having been here at all hours of the day, Trevor knew that people didn't really start showing up until 6. As he was contemplating if he could hold his pee for 2 more hours, he heard a shuffling noise in the back of the gym.
Don't have to worry about that anymore.
Nope.
The pee.
Nope.
Okay, so we've all always wondered who cleans the gym at night.
Mm-hmm.
And now
Especially
we know.
a 24-hour gym. Turns out
that you never see anyone cleaning.
yeah, but yet it always smells of lemons
Right.
and clean
How did
somehow.
that happen? Oh, well, now we know. They come in at 3:36.
As soon as the motion sensor lights shut off, they just start shuffling in there.
Yeah.
And by they, we of course mean we mean these people.
These naked
Yeah.
trolls.
From the brief glimpse he got of them, he saw they were naked, completely hairless and pale, men and women alike, ranging in age from young and supple to old and decrepit. They were cleaning. They were licking.
Yes.
Ugh, gross.
They were like a swarm of ants or something. It was like the ants versus Light Engine, where the ants just come in and like just level everything.
Mhm.
Like everything from every surface is gone. So I was imagining like the Blue Man Group.
Okay. We interestingly just saw the
I
Blue Man
know.
Group.
How was it?
It was good. It was a good
Awesome.
show. Yeah. Oh yeah, no doubt. But this, oh my gosh. Yeah, it just is such a very clear, very upsetting image of this, and then the way that we end this is equally upsetting.
Mhm.
They began to clean him, all of their tongues dancing on his flesh and clothes, all while he cursed and screamed and thrashed. He almost was able to wiggle out of his trap when the biting began. At 6:03 a.m. on the dot, Stacy and Autumn came in for their morning workouts. There was no mess, no evidence of the previous night, just some discarded weights left on the floor.
Mhm.
That's creepy.
Yeah,
And
I wanna
everything
know-
smelled of lemons.
Right. I want to know more about these people though.
Mhm.
Like, I want to know, are these humans who live in some nudist colony and are paid to, are they slaves owned by the gym who like live in the basement and are forced to do this? Are they aliens? You know?
I'm gonna say they're extra dimensional
Okay.
beings
Okay.
that thrive off of the sweat of
Mhm.
people. Like that's their sustenance,
Mhm.
and they only come out in the darkness at 3:36 in the morning. And because he's still there, he's
Yeah.
assimilated.
Assimilated or cleaned. Like,
Maybe he's just like, yeah, he's just eaten.
yeah.
Part of me was like, maybe he's become one of them at this point, or
Oh.
maybe he just provided
Okay.
sustenance to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that they started biting him
Yeah.
made me think that he just provided sustenance.
Because it could be like a zombie style.
Could be,
like
could
maybe
be, could be.
That's how he gets turned.
Yeah. And I also want to know more about these people. Like, were any of them fat? Were they all, because there were old ones and young ones, but were they all like, I don't know. Because
I just thought that they were well varied. Like there was a lot
Yeah.
of different kinds.
Yeah.
Yeah, ranging in age from young and supple to old and decrepit. Yeah. Hairless, pale men and women. Yeah. Just kind of really paints a very broad range of.
Right, but it does say men and women. Like, it doesn't say children.
Well, it does say
know?
young and supple, old and decrepit. Yeah. Unclear.
Yeah. So I want to know more about these people and where they live and what they do in their free time when they're not cleaning the gym. Do they live under the gym? Do they live in another dimension? Do they live in a nudist colony outside the city limits?
They just show up in a van.
Yeah, in a cleaning van.
Gross.
Yes. What's going on here? This is crazy and very creative.
Have you seen that show Ghosts?
No.
Anyways, there's ghosts that live in the basement that died of cholera.
Wait, maybe I have
That's
seen
what
Ghosts.
makes me think of the basement ghosts.
It's a comedy, right?
Mhm,
Yeah,
yeah.
actually, I think I have seen episodes of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This reminds me of the basement ghosts.
Nice.
Well, thank you, Jake, for a very upsetting story.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, very well done.
Mm-hmm.
And that is all of our stories for this week.
That's all?
That is all.
Oh, but we had a good showing this week.
This is an excellent showing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Curious Writer, for being selected here today, as well as Nick to you, Walker by Faith. I did a thing.
You did.
You did a thing.
I did.
And Jakey Jake.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Great stories. And
So
that
good.
takes us into episode 81. Okay, so for episode 81, we are issuing a sound effect prompt.
Sound prompt.
So you can find said sound effect.
It's kind of yummy.
It's pretty tasty.
I kind of want to just keep listening to it.
Yeah. So you can find this sound effect over on our subreddit under episode 81. Just go and click that link, and yeah, there's your sound effect.
That's right.
And the words to accompany this sound effect are domestic, portrait, housing, doll, and hell.
Ooh.
Tasty.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Hell. Okay. All right.
Domestic. What you got?
Domestic. Okay, this is a great word because it literally means relating to the home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Your domicile.
That's right. Domicile. And this is from the Latin word for home, which is domus. Dumbass.
Dumbass.
Domestic, relating to the home. Interestingly, we use it for both things like, we use it for a lot of things like domestic skills,
Mm-hmm.
cleaning and cooking and stuff like that. Domestic animals
Mm-hmm.
or domesticated.
Yep.
So we would say
Householdified.
yes, they can live in the house. Dogs definitely domesticated.
Crittens.
Kittens kind of domesticated.
Mostly wild still.
Mostly still wild. But also related to like domestic goods,
Yep.
Domestic imports,
Yep.
things like that.
Mhm,
So it's relating to the actual house or relating to the theoretical home or relating to your homeland.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, also, it can be used as a fun insult.
How domestic.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I love that usage of it.
Yeah. It reminds me of the use of pedestrian.
Yes.
Yeah. How pedestrian.
So very pedestrian.
Yeah.
Okay. Domestic. Domestic is a good word. I really like it. And it's only an adjective because of that IC ending.
Mhm.
That's all it can be.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mhm.
And our next word is portrait.
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 Well,
Portrait.
a picture.
Picture.
Picture of somebody.
Could also be an orientation of a piece of paper.
Oh.
A specific orientation.
Portrait,
as opposed to
yes.
landscape.
Right. And it can also just be used like metaphorically, like, oh, I'm trying to create a portrait of life in the countryside
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
It's like intangible. It can be used intangibly. It just means like create an idea, an image, an illustration.
A mood board.
A mood board.
I'm mood boarding a portrait of landscape life or of life in the countryside.
Right. Landscape life.
Landscape
life in the
life. Life of a
landscape. Portrait, is a noun, and it can also be an adjectival noun.
Man, I feel like there's more to this one. I'm going to see if I'm going to look up the defs of this
Do
one
it.
here.
A portrait.
It's actually fewer than I thought.
Wow.
A painting, drawing, photograph, or engraving of a person, especially one depicting only the face or head and shoulders, like the bust.
Yes.
A representation or impression of someone or something in language or film. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the one you were talking about.
Yep,
That technically
yep.
is the same definition. It's like 1B definition.
Yeah.
A format of printed matter or screen display that is higher than it is wide.
Right. Like what you were talking about.
Yeah. And that's technically all there is.
Can you go portraiting?
Sure.
You
don't like
allow
it, but
it?
you can.
I don't like it. Okay.
And our next word is housing.
Okay,
A
housing.
nice mashup with domestic there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Okay, so housing. Well, this is I mean, this can be a verb or a noun, but as a verb, it's either going to be a present progressive or a gerund.
Mm-hmm.
But also an adjective in that housing project.
Yeah.
But also,
I mean, it's a noun.
yeah.
Housing.
This is good housing.
Mhm.
Yeah. But
Good
also,
housing.
this is good housing.
This is some quality housing.
This is some good housing.
Oh yeah, and also housing, like that's an engineering term. Like you have
Ooh.
a housing for the system is
Oh, wow.
housed inside of
Wow.
it's like a container for something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this. I like the juxtaposition of domestic with housing because it shows the Latin roots from domestic, but then housing must be Germanic.
Must be. Yeah.
Because it means the same thing, but
definitely Germanic. Yeah.
yes.
Mhm.
So I love that, being able to see that, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah.
And how we have elements, clearly, as we've discussed a quadrillion times, of both Germanic and Latin very intricately interwoven into our language.
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
have such close definitions, yet being so completely different. Housing,
Right.
house, and domestic.
Right. But also it
House and
shows
domicile.
you,
Yeah.
yeah, but also it shows you what the actual parent language and root of English is, which is Germanic, because house is one of the most basic words. But when we use words like domestic, it's more academic. It's more like intellectual,
Mhm.
you know, like domicile.
Yeah.
So that comes from like the higher class, you know, like the French, the Norman invasion. Like if you spoke French, all of the like parliamentary, like government court words were from French.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the basic house,
House.
bread,
Bread.
that bread, that's all from Germanic.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Right on.
I like it.
Cool.
So cool.
It's so cool.
So cool.
And our next word is doll.
Doll. Okay.
Doll.
I want to share a quick excerpt.
Go on.
Okay. So I was with my friend who is Mongolian, Oddbayer. Oddbayer. Or you call him Starjoy.
Mhm.
But we were in DC in this museum. We were in the Holocaust Museum. And they had a special display going on at that time about slavery in the US. And we were just walking through. And I just want to remind you all that Oddbayer is definitely not a native English speaker. And his English is not as good as mine. Although
Okay.
it's very good. He's actually an English teacher now.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Wow.
For special needs children in Portland.
That's pretty fucking rad.
But anyways, his English is very good, but obviously not as good as mine. Hello, I'm a native speaker.
Ugh. God.
Anyway, and so we're
Get
walking
over
through.
yourself.
No,
God.
I'm saying that in a way that I'm about to insult myself.
Okay.
And so we're walking through and we're looking at all these things from slave times. And there's this like piece of paper, like a bulletin that was posted. And it's like, I don't remember the wording, but it was like one slave, male, strong, tall, something like that. And then on the price, it said $100. And I was like, what the fuck? I said to Oddbayer, I was like, what the fuck? Like, it's kind of funny if you think about like the, you know, evil slave trader, like literally wanted dolls as payment. You know,
Mhm.
like he collected dolls. Like that's so fucking stupid. And Oddbiter just looked at me and he's like, don't be an idiot. That means dollars.
That means dollars. Obviously.
I was like,
What the fuck, man?
I literally am a moron. It reminds me of Zoolander, where he's like, how are you going to
What
put
is this?
children?
A school for ants?
Yeah, exactly. And I was literally just smug and enraged that this guy would require dolls as payment. Literally. And Albetter was just looked at me. He looked a little concerned.
Yeah.
He first looked at me concerned and then with contempt. And it was just like,
No, you can't be serious.
but he could see that I was. And he was upset. For, like I said, he was first concerned and then filled with hatred towards me.
Just walks away, doesn't even dignify it with a response. Just like, no, that's
exactly. Exactly. Okay, but anyway, doll. So yes, it could be a short for dollar.
Apparently,
back in the 1800s.
Yeah.
Also, it can mean a muñeco.
Yeah.
It can mean a little figure, a figurine.
Mm-hmm. That children, most typically little girls play with.
Right.
Because if it's for a boy, it's an action figure.
Right. But it's actually just a doll.
It's a doll.
Like Chucky, the haunted doll.
That's fucking scary.
Yeah, Chucky's a haunted doll.
Yeah. Dolls are creepy in general.
They are. Did you know that the idea of Chucky came from somewhere else that I forgot? So never mind that I said anything.
Okay.
Sorry.
Cut.
Cut.
Cut that.
But also doll can be like get dolled up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a verb, yeah.
Yeah, to put on some makeup and look fancy.
The definition here says dress someone or oneself smartly and attractively.
Ooh.
Smartly.
Okay. Dolly.
Yeah, doll.
I like to say dolly.
Oh, a dolly. That's a thing you can wheel stuff with.
Totally.
Yeah, that's different.
Which is different.
Yeah, you don't doll with a dolly.
No. That's like the opposite.
That's kind of upsetting. I kind of wish you could doll something with a dolly.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Like, I wish that moving something with a dolly was called
dolling.
Dolling.
Here we go, a dollying, a langa ding a ding.
Maybe it's just dollying.
Yeah, dollying. A dolly's like a trolley.
Can you dolly that over here?
Yeah.
I wish it was, can you doll that over here?
Yeah. I like it whenever people use nouns as verbs just randomly.
Mm-hmm.
Like not even they're trying to be funny. Like, yeah, just dolly that on over here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this. I heard this girl say one time, like, yeah, I'm just going to crowbar it out.
Yeah.
I'd never heard crowbar used as a verb.
Well, yeah, I think tools lend themselves to become verbs.
Dolly is a tool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's like a tool because it's a action. You use the tool for a thing.
Yeah.
So to just plop that in as a verb, I'm going to, because drill and router, like route,
Yeah.
saw, like all those are also verbs and
true.
tools. So
that's true. But then
it's
like
so
with
easy to drop it in.
screwdriver, then it's just screw.
Mm-hmm.
But with crowbar, you can't just say crow.
I'm going to crow it out.
Yeah. Just going to crowbar it out. It's funny, actually.
Yeah.
Somehow it makes me giggle.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
And our final word. Yep. Hell.
Okay.
Hell.
Wow, this actually has so many meanings.
Welcome to hell.
Right. It can
It's
be
a place,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah. I don't know why, but that just reminded me of like the other day I was talking to my students and I was like, because I have a morning question for them every day.
Mm-hmm.
And the question was, okay, what time of day is like the most uncomfortable for you? Like for me, 2 p.m. every day. I said this to my students. I was like, I just want to die. Like, I just want to die. I get so exhausted. It's terrible. And I was like, what about you? And this one Tunisian guy raised his hand. And he was like, teacher, I want to die right now.
Oh no.
It was hilarious. He's like, I want, because he was clearly referring to the fact that he was sitting there in class in the morning. He's like, I want to die right now.
Actually, this right now is the worst time.
That just reminded me of hell.
Yeah. Hell. Yeah.
It's a hell portal. So hell is a place, apparently. Could be Hades.
Yeah. Often referred to in religion as a place where you go to suffer after you die.
Right.
Suffer forever.
Cool.
There's some very creative ways to describe hell
religion.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
A burning lake of fire.
Right.
Yeah, an endless plane of suffering.
Right.
Like that's
Hell is a very loaded term.
yeah.
It can mean so many things. And then of course there's a lot of religions that don't believe in hell and non-religions. In ancient Rome, they believed in that everybody, doesn't matter if you're good or bad, you go to a place where your soul just floats aimlessly and just gets gradually obliterated over time.
Yeah.
So after like a few years after you die, then like your facial features are kind of blurry.
Mhm.
You're not really that recognizable anymore. And then gradually, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that could be hell.
Have you seen The Haunting of Bly Manor?
Yes.
That's what it makes me think of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The degrading of
Yeah, the
features.
faces just
yeah.
start to, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hell could be, some people view it positively.
Okay.
They're like, we're gonna have a great time in hell together.
Oh yeah,
or something
yeah,
like that.
I'll see you in hell.
Like, yeah, let's party, and I'd rather party in hell than play harps in heaven or something like that.
Sure, yeah.
I've heard things like that. Hell,
they're badasses.
Right? Hell of a time.
Yeah, it's a hell of a thing.
Yeah, that's just like a emphasizer.
Yeah,
it's just emphasis.
A little colloquialism.
Yeah, it's just something to put emphasis. It's like this is a good ass burger.
Good ass, bitch ass burger.
Yeah, this is a bitch ass burger. Okay, if you say so.
That's a weird thing to say.
All right. Well, it's a hell of a thing. It's a hell of a time. We had a hell of a time. That's like a good thing.
Yeah, it's sort of like using bad to mean good.
Right.
Yeah. Because you could say, hell. That's also emphasis, but for the reason that it sucks.
Yeah. Like that was a hell of a party. That's good. Mm-hmm. You could say I had a hell of a time getting my car out of that snowdrift.
That's bad.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a extremer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a, there's a word for that. It's a it's like a form of hyperbole, right?
I don't know.
Because it's both. It's like you said. It's just an extremer.
Yeah.
Which isn't a thing. Right.
There's definitely a word.
Yeah.
But also, I like it when people say heck instead of hell. You could go straight to heck.
You were thinking hell. You might as well just say hell. Just say it. Like,
it's like
who are you fooling?
You add the two L's, then it's a sin.
Okay.
It's a sin, I say. And children, you can't let the children hear the two L's. You can let them hear the CK, but the two L's, no.
Yeah, because they'll never figure that one out.
Think of the children.
That reminds me of a character in Under the Dome. He just like categorically does not swear.
Yeah.
But is always swearing.
Yeah.
It's like, get this rhymes with witch away from me. It's like,
just say
it. That's so much worse than just saying bitch.
Right.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's so.
You dumbass. No, it reminds me of my dad used to always say, shh. And I would be like, Daddy, you said shit. You said a bad word. He's like, no, I didn't. He didn't say the vowel. He just said the two consonants.
It just You've seen The Good Place, right?
Yeah.
Holy forking shirt balls.
Yeah.
So I just love the swearing in that show is amazing.
It's like dadgummit.
Why can't I say shirt?
Mm-hmm.
Shirt.
Yeah.
Fork. Why can't I say fork? It's just wonderful.
The concept of bad words is very, very fascinating.
Yeah.
Because it's totally arbitrary.
Mm-hmm.
It's just assigning arbitrary meaning to arbitrary clusters of letters.
Yep.
You know?
Technically, that's what all words are anyways.
That's true.
Pretty arbitrary.
But it's
Although swearing is far more arbitrary.
It is, but it's also giving like power to those words. So that's why it's so easy to say bad words in another language that's not your native language. It's so easy because
it means nothing.
Because it means nothing. Even if you know what it means, it doesn't have that association of just like of when you were a little kid and that was like, oh my God, you know, it's like A Christmas Story where the kid says fuck and he gets just the worst punishment of all time, you know? we just have that like very deep-seated association with bad words, where you don't have that in your second language. So you could cuss like a sailor.
Scheiße.
Yeah. Scheißen, Hosen.
Shit pants?
Yeah. Scheißen and Hosen.
Okay. Those words again are domestic portrait housing doll and hell.
As in Hellboy.
Hellboy, yes.
Hellboy.
And
I'm gonna start calling Chewie Hell Girl.
because she is.
She's a hell girl.
She's a hellraiser.
Okay, if you want to be like these wonderful writers and submit your story to You Write, head on over to our subreddit at reddit.com/r/YouWritePod.
If you are unable to submit a story this week, that is totally fine. Just go on and read everybody else's stories and offer some comments. Those are very helpful. This week, I thought the comments were especially helpful.
I did too.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I know that I submitted my story late, but I want comments about what are your thoughts? Like, oh, you could do this. You could do this. Oh, this, that.
Yeah.
I just want to be one of the gang, okay? I want to be one of the pack.
You are one of the pack.
Okay. All right. Each time you post a story or leave a comment on someone else's submission, you increase your chances of having your story read on the podcast.
You can always reach us at yourightpod@gmail.com. You can also DM us on Reddits too. That works.
Yeah. If you like our show and want to help support us, consider donating to our Patreon at patreon.com/YouWrite.
If you are unable to donate, I get that. Yeah, I get that. Just share the podcast then.
Mm-hmm.
Share
If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you know as soon as new episodes are available.
Also, some comments, some ratings wherever you're listening. Those are always appreciated.
Yes, they are. And remember, join us next week on You Write,
a podcast where you write.
Here we go, a portrait.
See y'all next week.
I want to die right now.
I want to die right now.
Right now, teacher.